You know, I finally got some good news about Tommy Robinson. In fact, it's great news. I was just saying Happy New Year to him and asking him when his next trial date was so I could plan my trip over to London to report on it. But he said his next big event is actually this weekend. And I had no idea what he was talking about, because how can a trial be on a weekend? But it's not a trial. Tommy Robinson is being awarded the Free Press Society's 2019 award. It's the award for the world's most important defender of free speech. I almost couldn't believe this part is being held at the Danish Parliament. And this part, a member of Parliament, Marie Krarup, is officially opening the ceremony. Now, to you and me, that's sort of obvious. Tommy has fought for free speech more than anyone else in the UK, maybe anyone else in the Western world. As you know, he was sentenced to 66 days in solitary confinement in Belmarsh Prison for contempt of court, just for reporting normally on a trial. That was on top of the 10 weeks he served the previous year for the same contempt of court. Everyone knows that was a sham. Tommy was simply doing journalism. Tommy was the first British journalist sentenced to prison for contempt of court since the 40s. But Amnesty International didn't care, PEN International didn't care, Reporters Without Borders didn't care. I even asked the British Committee to Protect Journalists why they weren't fighting for Tommy Robinson, even putting out a press release. They didn't know, they didn't care. So you're fine with the British courts sentencing a journalist to 10 weeks in solitary confinement. That's cool by you?
If a person is sentenced to solitary confinement for their journalism, that's one thing.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm asking you about.
If they're sentenced for contempt of court.
Well, sometimes a prophet isn't respected in his own country. But in Denmark, tomorrow, Tommy Robinson is getting this prestigious award. Other recipients in the past have included Kurt Vestergaard, the cartoonist who was the target of an assassination attempt for drawing a cartoon of Mohammed. Our friend Mark Steyn for his free speech battles. The great Roger Scruton, the leading British philosopher who just passed away this month. And if you can believe it, I won the award 6 years ago for my battles with Canada's Human Rights Commission. So Tommy is winning the world's leading free speech prize. I am 100% sure that the British journalists and the media party, as I call it, will not be covering this news, because it's proof that Tommy's a great journalist, a courageous journalist. And that's exactly what the media party doesn't want you to think. Well, the rest of the world thinks it. I've been told that every seat in the room at the Danish Parliament is spoken for this event, but Tommy encouraged me to come. He says he has a major speech he wants to give there. And of course, he knows that I'll report on it fairly and honestly, and no other British reporters will. Imagine that. A British journalist is winning the world's Free Press Award. And not a single British media outlet will report that. If it were some journalist at the BBC winning, they would honor him, they would make him a professor at Oxford, they would have a gala in his honor in London, they would maybe make him Sir Tommy. But no, he has to go to Denmark for this award. So I'm going to. I bought a plane ticket just this morning. I'm flying to Copenhagen, and I'm going to be there to report on the award ceremony and on Tommy's big speech. Because if I don't, who will? I mean, imagine if Tommy won the world's Free Press Prize. It's like the Nobel Prize for freedom, but no one even reported on it. That's what'll happen, and you know it. So I'm going, and I'm going to put my reports up on the website we're creating called TommyPrize.com. If you can help me get over there, I'd appreciate it. My last-minute flight and hotel room are about 1,800 Canadian dollars. That's just over £1,000. I'd be grateful if you could chip in. And in return, I'll do as many reports about it as I can, including Tommy's acceptance speech. It's important to cover Tommy's trials because the media party will lie about him. I've been covering his trials for years. But in a way, this Tommy Prize is more important because it shows Tommy as who he really is, a free speech hero and a great journalist, which is precisely why the rest of the media will ignore this, which is precisely why I have to go. Please visit TommyPrize.com to see all my videos and to help cover my economy class plane flight if you can. Thanks. Tommy is winning the world's leading Free Press Prize. I want to be there to cover it. If you want to see my videos and help chip in so I can get to the awards ceremony, please do at TommyPrize.com.